Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I hope you guys are all doing well. Sending you out big hugs and lots of love through the internet, out there. So anyway, I have a question from Maria. She wants to know, hi Maria, thank you for the awesome question. She wants to know how much longer, or maybe it's not even happening anymore, but whether or not is Poopin, we know who she's talking about, how long will he be supporting Trump? And also the GOP, she's asking about that as well. Really good questions. So I'm not sure which system I'll use yet, but actually I think I will start with the tarot and then we'll see how things are going to go down the line. Maybe I'll use all three systems to figure out what's actually happened in the past. So, okay, let me get the camera dropped down and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. And let me get the cards ready for allowing for reversals. And let's just look at, I think I'll just look at the basis of their relationship. I'll start off this way with the basis of their relationship. How's it going for them? And I'll do the forces in motion, and then I'll go past, present, and future. What is the truth? Oh, so I'm opening up to grounding into my body and opening up to the forces of love, truth, wisdom. What is the basis, past, present, and future? What is the relationship between VP and DT? Okay. All right, here we go. So the forces in motion in their relationship, and the biggest challenge. Ooh, this is Putin. Not getting what he wants. Okay, let's do 2 cards here for the past. Yep. Okay. I think I'll do 4 cards. Let's do 2 for the present and 2 up here for the present because, you know, I think we pretty much know about the past. There's a couple of really good books about their relationship. It dives into Russia quite a bit. Oh, actually, extensively. Okay, so 2 more for the present up here. Yeah. And anyway, the books are by, the one I'm reading right now is House of Trump, House of Putin, and it's by Craig Unger. Okay, 4 cards for their future. The future with Trump and Putin. Wow. Wowee. Well, this is quite revealing here, actually. But I still think I'll probably use the Kipper as well. Not sure about the Lunaman, but I might. Okay, so let's get these in frame before I start blabbing. Let's see, actually, these go together more. These are the present. This is the present as well. And then these 4 will be the future, of course. Okay, so presently, with the 4 of Cups, Putin's not getting what he wants. There's apathy, which is such a form of, evil. Just to not care and be apathetic is a real challenge when that comes in. But this is a relationship, this is the basis of the relationship where there's no real care, because neither of these men are caring. They're not connected at the heart level. They're just not. They care about their money, and they care about the money because they think that is their power. And it's, it never truly is for any human being, but that's what they think, so that's what they get, and that's what they put out there. The biggest challenge to the relationship is their true authority. And of course, neither one of them are in their true authority. And when any card comes in the challenge position, when it's upright, we would still read it as a reversal. So the biggest challenge to this apathetic relationship where no one really cares about each other, it's just all about the money, right? But the deal is there's an abuse of power going on. And even though we say, President Putin, he's the president of Russia, he's really not, because there has not been a real election. And what has he been in power for, I don't know, was it since 2000? He's going on 26 years if he goes to the end of his term. I could be wrong about those numbers, and it doesn't matter. But anyway, there's a real misuse of this, ability to stand in your power and do the right thing and see the big picture. And like I was saying, even though he's the so-called president, we could say that he's an emperor, over Russia. But being reversed, it's like, wow, that's not good. Being in the challenge position, that's really not good for Trump at all. So he doesn't care for Trump. So I don't see that as being supportive. Then again, on another level, this is like, Russian mob baloney, And another thing I learned in Craig Unger's book is that Ivana, his Trump's first wife, her father was registered as a confidential informant with the Russian intelligence. I think it was called the STB or something in those days, or it might still be STB. But anyway, it's like KGB, STB, all that stuff, GRU. It's all Putin and his oligarchs. And the oligarchs can wind up taking him out someday, if they don't want him in power anymore, if he screws up the economy too badly. But anyway, in the relationship with Trump, Ivana's father was deeply connected there. But now with this relationship with Putin, we're dealing with, this is like an offer you can't refuse, but you don't want it. You know what I mean? So we need to understand the dynamics between the way it works with Russia. From what I've gleaned from these books, and I've read several so far, that once you're connected with Russia, or once Russia has, once the FSB, the Secret Service of Russia, once they have intel on you, they don't let it go. It's not like they just gather some little piece of evidence and then use it for a while. It goes in, some kind of storage vault, and it's probably, it's all digitized now. It used to be, on little, coded pieces of paper, I'm sure, written in, books that they hid back and forth to each other. We can all watch those old movies. Or watch The Americans. You see a lot on that show if you're ever interested. It's a dark show, though. But the deal is, the thing we need to remember, hands down, is that Russia doesn't let go of anything. And so they're never letting Trump go. They're never letting Trump go. And he's been compromised, you know, since at least since the 70s, when the Russian, you know, when the Berlin Wall came down, all the Russian mobsters came in and, you know, into America in a way where there was no, you know, protection. And then they infiltrated, you know, they pushed out the Italian mob, and there went Trump's connection with the Genovese family, or Genovese, Genovese, I don't know, however you pronounce that. Depends on what accent you want to use. But anyway, so the deal is, Trump's father, Fred, was all mobbed up with the Italian mob. You know, five forces of the mobs there all joined together, and then Russian mobsters came in, and that's when they started compromising Trump. And so he's been mobbed up from the get-go, and that's what these two cards here are all about. Whether or not he was a useful idiot or he joined in, you know, for some perks, which I kind of think that he would, because the fact that he married Ivana, and she's been a confidential informant, so basically it would be like Ivana was his handler. And right? I mean, that's just how it would have worked. And then here we are with, you know, present day reality, where Putin still has his hold on him. And now this doesn't look into the GOP. I'm just focusing just on Trump and Putin for now. But it's easy to imagine how the GOP could be compromised. The same way that Trump was compromised, either willingly or you know, inadvertently, through money being funneled through, like the NRA, into GOP, or just straight into the GOP, or they went straight to Russia and said, "Hey, give me some money, and I'll be your idiot." So, but I don't have the GOP in here because I did not focus in on them. I might do that after. So, but then again, you know what? I don't need to, because I've done too many readings already on the GOP and Russia. They're in my library. If you haven't seen them, you guys can just put in YouTube search Spiritual Growth Tarot, and then any topic, and those videos will pop up. So, okay, so the past here, the relationship was, you know, one of their wills coming together. You know, I will, we will create whatever we want. There's tons of communication, tons of just willpower coming in to create what they want, and hide it in a myriad of ways, and with many options, many options, to get what they wanted from each other. It was a mutual beneficial relationship based in just money, of course. So presently, with the world reversed, there's this emptiness, this incomplete, and of course this would be all foreign relations and their, you know, overseas relationship. This would be the money laundering. This would be all the offers. This would be trying to hold on to the money but not being able to. But then that's how money laundering works. And this is presently, and this is still what's going on. The money comes in, the offer comes in, and they have to launder it twice, right here. And then they can't hold on to it because they have to launder it through, and it's a process that is never done, never complete. Once you're in, here's the focus right here with what I was saying before. Once you're in, you're never out. You don't get out. If you if you join up with any mob, the only way you get out is to turn into a confidential informant and get inside of a witness protection program, change your identity and everything. But they can still come find you, usually. I mean, it's because there's so much intel out there. So anyway, important to remember here with this present, you know, I don't think Putin still has authority over Trump. And there's still this juggling of this is money right here, and negotiation. This card, the Two of Pentacles, is about negotiating, and negotiation, especially in the realms of money. And we've got the foreign money back here, foreign money here, foreign money here, the money laundering. So that's what's going on presently, and always has since, you know, once Trump was compromised or willingly joined. And I really feel like because he married Ivana, I really feel like he willfully joined. And that's further reiterated here. Actually, well, I don't know why I moved those over. I'm sorry. I was not looking in my viewfinder. Right here, willfully joined under this subterfuge of, yeah, we can make money, we can have power, I can have the women I want, I can do whatever I want. But meanwhile, you know, like this is Trump in the dark. Okay, future. They're still in a relationship. They still have this connection together. They still think that they're in some type of secret order of I mean, my goodness, this is tied in with, this could be tied in with darkness in the Vatican. This can be tied in with any governmental, you know, authorities who want to join in on this money laundering. This could be tied in with, and I might get some flack for saying this, but the monarchy in the UK, because we're in that realm. We're in that realm of governmental institutions. But it's going to come out, and it is coming out. I mean, there's lots of, I think I posted one article on, yeah, I'm sure I did. It's in my community section if you want to go back not too far, just maybe a week or two ago. I posted an article about, with documents and, you know, information that had information about how in the world could the Queen not know about the money laundering that's going on, has been going on for years on the Jersey Island, or the island of Jersey, I think they call it. That, you know, it's a money laundering situation that's been going on for, I think, 100 years? Yeah, I think it went back 100 years. Anyway, so the light will be shown on that. The truth will all come out in the future. And again, with this like manipulation of governmental forces that could have stopped it, but no, you know, because this is about the money. We're talking, I think a yearly, I think it's a yearly flow of at least $8 billion. I could be wrong on that. I remember that figure from somewhere, and it might have been on a documentary I saw on the Paradise Papers. There's also, I'm sorry, Panama Papers. There's also the Paradise Papers, which I have not, I don't think I've seen anything on that, but I know that that's out there. I just haven't watched yet. So anyway, this offer, what will be revealed will be the offer that's always going, you know, coming through. And then with the Page of Wands reversed has to do with this abuse of the lies that are told to protect, you know. They want to put things out there in a way that shows the truth. This would be news that is to protect all the dark money forces within governments in all these other countries. It's not just in America. Although, you know, in America we do have quite the money flow and the lack of laws and protections that need to be, you know, put in place and enforced. It's getting better, but they had free reign like through the 70s and 80s, 90s, and It's been a mess. So, okay, so that's what I see with the tarot. Let's look at, and this will be a nice little experiment, oops, to, let's use the Kipper. And I'm using this little deck here, Fundisical, I think is how you pronounce it in French. And it stands for end of the century. So let's look at, okay, wait, I have to figure out, I have to decide. Okay, so the main man will be Trump. I have to decide who the people are, because there's 6 people cards in the deck. The main man will be Trump. The older gent, like supportive older man, that's going to be Putin. The older supportive woman is going to be Ivana. And then there's going to be the younger, if they come through, they might not even come through, but if they do come through, the younger ones are going to be, Ivanka will be the female younger person, and the younger male would be either one of, you know, Don Jr. or Eric, or it could be both, because, you know, they are the CEOs, CEOs, all that, of Trump Org. Okay, so how much longer will Putin support Trump? Or what is the basis of their supportive relationship? What's really going on there between those two? Oh God, I just got this image of Putin, you know, with this little round head, looking at Trump and just kind of laughing at him like, ha 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 ha. Ugh. Okay. What is the truth? Basis of their relationship. Of course. There's Ivana. And there's Ivanka. Mother and daughter. Okay. Let's keep going here, and then I'll put those in shape up into the frame. Future. What is the truth? And then this one right here. Okay. All right, I can always put another layer over, or we could use the linimon, but I don't know if that'll be necessary. Oops. Oops. It's challenging looking through this viewfinder because I have this window right in front of me with a whole lot of light. Oops. Oh yeah, I get to draw one more card. Okay. Oh yeah, well that sure makes sense there. Okay. You know what? This was one of those perfect mistakes. Let's assign this card as being the answer card here, which I often tend to do it, but I forget to say it out loud that I intend that, so I'm going to say it out loud so you guys won't have any questions about that. What is the answer about their relationship? This one right here. Yeah, okay. All right, so here's our theme here in the middle. So this is, what I'm getting is this is the worldwide community of money launderers. And the reason I say that is because these cards right here. This would be like the digital money flow, the wire transfers, the, you know, and there's documents, right? And there's this documents of a large community of intel. I mean, there's 17 around the world, I think. I think it's, yeah, it's an international community there's 17 different intelligence communities that are watching this whole money laundering thing. There needs to be some big busts that go on, but I don't know why that hasn't happened yet. I'm really sending Sheldon Whitehouse a lot of prayers on that one, a lot of, strength. But anyway, he's tracking things. He's not part of the intelligence community, but he's tracking things. But anyway, these cards here, these cards are telling me, right here, here's the community of, let's just forget this word community, let's just change this to worldwide transnational crime syndicates. And I say that because they are making money off of the backs of this human misery. We're talking people who are sold into, this is human trafficking, sex trafficking, selling another human into slavery, all of that. And this is a foreign, worldwide, many different countries that are doing this. And their honor is, this is their reputation. They have this reputation for just moving money digitally, hiding it in foreign tax havens, shell companies. The shell companies are kind of legal, not completely illegal, but then sheltering in other countries. Well, it's how they get the money that's illegal, which is why they can't pay taxes on it, because they can't reveal where the money's come through. This has been going on for a very, very long time. And when it comes to the relationship between Trump and Putin, they're all tied together in this transnational crime syndicate, and it's gonna be going on for quite some time. With this adjudication card knighting up here to this transnational crime syndicate, that's my stand-in. This card is standing in for that. This card is about this investigation, and it can be, like that Two of Pentacles, this card can be about negotiating. So I'm not sure that this is, I think this could be more about, well, but Trump doesn't really get to negotiate with these people. They're all in it together, and they all have dirt on each other, which is how they protect themselves. They just get dirt on. This is how Trump has managed to compromise many of the GOP members. He just figured out a way to get money from Russia coming to them, and a lot of them probably volunteered. And then once they're caught, then they're owned. In this transnational crime syndicate meets up, has this, this is usually a card of getting together, but you know what? I think it's better to go with the other meanings with this card that has to do with being part of a club. Because a club that's been going on for a very long time. This is a card of teamwork. And this is Ivana and this is Ivanka. And they're part of the whole money laundering situation here. Now, of course, that would include Jared, and it would include Don Jr. and Eric, even though those cards didn't show up. But, there's no way that they're not involved. Yeah, so this is the future. And I think in the Grand Tableau, I'm almost positive in that big Grand Tableau that I did on Trump, yeah, I could say just about 99.9% certain that it was over in this area of that Grand Tableau. It's the second one I did on him. that where all the family members showed up, of course, because you use all the cards, you know, but what showed up over in this, you know, showing into the future was like in later September. It looked like, because it went from July 25th to September 25th, I did 9 weeks, and it looked by later September, Ivanka and the brothers were, it was looking like they were looking to what country to run to. And there were, you know, major court, you know, things coming after them to do with going to court. Well, they have been deposed already, but it looked like maybe charges were coming down, I think. I forget about the other cards. But anyway, same thing here. Ivanka, teamwork, for money that they don't have to earn. It just flows in. Talk about passive income made on the backs of misery, human misery that's been going on forever, very, very long time. And here's the basis of, you know, the whole relationship with Trump and Putin is it flows from this money laundering, and the gifts just keep coming in, and they amass more and more wealth. The only work they have to put into it is the finding ways to launder the money, which can be, you know, it can be a lot of work. I don't know if you guys have ever seen, it's so dark and it's hard to watch. You just can't really watch very many episodes at one time. But it does show you exactly how the money laundering down on the ground level works. It's a show called Ozark. I think there's like 2 seasons or something, and they're working on a 3rd one. It's Jason Bateman and Laura Linney. It's hard to watch, but it's, yeah, there's so many places where you just have to like cover your eyes, you know, or fast forward. But anyway, so this is the work of the money coming in. You know, you have to earn it, but there's lots of money and success. And then with a relationship between the two, well, I feel like this is tied to the sex trafficking, because this is a card of, this can be sex. But on another level, even though I don't have the fatality card in here, I feel like the grift will go on. So the question, so Maria, your question with how much longer will Putin support Trump? It'll be until the day he dies. It'll be until his health takes him out and he can't manage this grift anymore. But his children will take over. His children will take over. And especially Ivanka. And Ivana's been right there all along advising her for a long time. Ivanka, for a long time. Managing the communications and the documents, the money flow. Yeah. Right. So if I say any more, I'm just going to repeat myself. So I think I'll stop. I think I'll just stop. I honestly don't see any reason to use the Lenormand at this point either, because we can see all the players. Yeah. So I have nothing else to say. So thank you, Maria. It was an excellent question, and I'll get this uploaded and look forward to your comments. Okay, take good care, everyone. Bye.